My number one fear is ending up like everybody else, living that life that we grew up as kids seeing, that our parents lived, that everybody around us. You go to school, you get a job, and you work that job for 40, 50 years, you retire, and then you die. And it's been the same funnel for the past, it's the American dream, right? Past couple hundred years, it's kind of been the idea, right? Especially the past 100 years, as colleges have become more accepted, and this pretty much life that you're being sold from the time you're born, that you're trained into. They literally are teaching you that in schools, like you need to get good grades, so now you can go to college and you can get a good job and go work for somebody else. That sounds like the worst fucking life that I could ever live. It sounds like slavery to me, honestly. It sounds like they're preparing you to make just enough money to be able to survive, and that's it. And unfortunately, they're just taking huge chunks of your life away. Like you're committing huge amounts of your hours to somebody else's business. Like you're helping somebody else make a ton of money pretty much. That's literally it. They pay you a small, tiny fraction of what they're making from your work. That's how businesses work. That's how companies work. And they're banking on you staying there for your whole life. A lot of companies, some people work, like my grandpa worked at the fucking, what's it called? He was a mailman. Worked the same job for like 47 years. Like, holy shit, 47 years of doing the exact same thing every single day. The thing is, they lived in the same house too. And that just sounds like a fucking nightmare. No changing, no improvement, no growing, stagnant for 47 years. And obviously he saved money and stuff and like had cars and motorcycles and stuff, but like their location they stayed and his income pretty much stayed about the same. Obviously over inflation adjusted, but same lifestyle, 47 years. And that is most of America. Look at your parents, look at what everybody else around you is doing. Look at everybody you went to high school with. What are they doing? A bunch of them are in college, and the other half are just fucking around, smoking weed, and not doing shit. And then maybe the 1 or 2% of people you went to school with actually started doing stuff for themselves. And that's the thing. You have to be a part of that 1-2% that fucking breaks out. It's not very many people. It's 1 out of every 100 people, I'd say. 1 out of every couple hundred people that actually breaks free. That's what I'm saying. At your high school, will be a handful of people that actually make it as an entrepreneur or build that business. It's just so much rare because it's not harder. It just takes a type of person that can take the risk and do it. So if you're watching this video, you're probably that 1%, that 2%, because everybody else, if you go look at somebody else's YouTube For You page and like what they're consuming, it is straight slop. So the fact that this is even on your For You page lets me know what type of person you are and what type of content you consume. So you're already on the right path. You already know and are understanding and have an idea that you don't want to live that, you don't want to go through that, and like I said, you're already on the right path. So how do you not do that? Well, first you got to break out of the 9 to 5. That's the first step. You have to have freedom, because if you don't have freedom, you aren't going to truly be able to build the business or grow. Like, you need to have all your time towards that. So you got to start making money or saving money. You need runway pretty much. You need a stack of cash, and you need to budget your cash for a full year. I think 1 year of runway is plenty enough to start getting yourself off the ground. So let's just say your rent is $1,500 a month for your apartment. What is that? Times 10 would be $15K plus $3K. So you're looking at about $18,000 a year. That would be your runway. Let's just say you add $500, maybe $1,000 a month for car payment, extra, whatever. So it's $2,500, $25K. So realistically, for about $30K, if you live in a regular apartment, regular car, that's about 1 year of runway of building a business. You could be completely without a job for 1 year. So that needs to be your goal, is building a runway so you can quit your 9 to 5 so you can actually start working on the other job. You can also work a 9 to 5 and then work another couple hours after work on this. So it just depends on how you want to do it. I think that's what I would do, is work a regular job, just save money, be frugal with everything, live in a conservative mindset, and be saving as much money as possible. Because this is just for a season. This is just enough to get your pod, which is like your income, your savings up, so you can actually leave that 9 to 5 and have, like I said, runway to build something you want to do. So I would say get the highest paying 9 to 5 job you can do, which for me, I was doing serving, and like you can make up to a couple $100s a night serving in a restaurant. So maybe go serve at a nice restaurant, just go find the best thing that you can do. And then whenever you get home from work, that needs to be whenever you start your side gig, which would be maybe selling stuff on Fakes at Marketplace. That's what I used to do, flipping stuff. I used to flip shoes. Whatever it is to get your first little bit of money, you can start making a couple $100s a day, flipping stuff on Facebook, doing UGC for brands, whatever it is. Just start making money on the side while you're also working 9 to 5. So just keep stacking cash, save up to about 20, 30K. Do not go buy a car. Don't waste that. That is only your run room. So it should take you potentially like a year, 1 year of working, grinding. You could save up that enough for that pod if you're working a regular job and you're frugal and you actually lock in. You can save up 30K in a year easily. Like I said, if you are putting most of it back and then you're also doing a side hustle. So that means working pretty much all day long. Once you get your pod, figure out what the fuck you want to do and just work on it every single day until you got cash flow, until you have money coming in. That's literally the secret. For me, I started doing UGC, so I started making money pretty quickly. So I still worked my job for a couple months while doing UGC on the side. Eventually, I was like, I don't need this job anymore. I had, I think, about $50,000 saved up, and I was like, I don't need this job anymore. So I quit the job. I had a nice pod to live off of, and I continued to work on what was making me money. And that's what I did to pretty much break free from the fucking matrix. So that needs to be your goal right now, is how can you build up enough of a pod, enough of a savings to give yourself years of runway. So I'm planning on actually leaving Miami. I'm planning on selling my car. I've had a full 360 mindset shift where I want as much runway as possible. Like if I sell everything and just go rent a regular house, have a paid off car, I could realistically live off my savings for several years, like at least 5 years probably, and not really make any more money than what I already have saved. So it's like a 5-year runway of not having to stress about bills. You could build something truly great. So that's my next step that I'm trying to get into, just to truly break free. I think you need about like $10 million is what my goal is. This right here is what's on my wall. This is already my bank account. This is what I'm believing, and I need this to truly break free, which with software, I am 100% gonna do. It might take me 1 year, it might take me 10 years, whatever it is. Like I said, I'll still be 32 in 10 years. $10 million at 32, I'll be living exactly how I want to, and most of that will be invested into properties that are paying me cash flow, paid off properties, so it's just straight cash flow, or potentially even building, I kind of want to get into like apartment complexes, something like along the lines of that. And just having it literally paid off. Like imagine having one apartment complex that you drop 30 mil on or whatever, or you buy 10 $1 million houses. You're gonna be making about $50,000-ish a month off of cash flow off those houses, give or take $50,000 to $60,000 a month. So you make 10 mil invested in properties, paid off properties, so you have nothing but property tax, and the tenants pay for utilities and everything. You can be making $50K a month, probably $40K a month after all bills and shit, off $10 million for the rest of your life. $40K a month, and then you just keep reinvesting that $40K a month into more properties, and it's just, I think that's gonna be the big play for me. Just reinvesting, building cash flowing businesses, and then reinvesting into properties that cash flow. And yeah, but I feel like I'm yapping again at this point. Break free. Don't accept the fate that your family has put on you, that the school system has taught you, that you have been told your whole life. that is not the truth. That is a lie that has been given to you, fed to you from the moment you were born. And once you realize that and you don't accept it, and you accept that you're gonna have to spend a lot of time working on your own and figuring it out on your own, that's when you're gonna see fucking results. But catch you boys tomorrow in tomorrow's video.